The Billy Ireland Cartoon Library in AMP Museum is a research library of American cartoons and comic art affiliated with the Ohio State University Library System in Columbus, Ohio. Formerly known as the Cartoon Research Library and the Cartoon Library in AMP Museum, it holds the world's largest and most comprehensive academic research facility documenting and displaying original and printed comic strips, editorial cartoons and cartoon art. The museum is named after the Ohio cartoonist Billy Ireland, covering comic books, daily strips, Sunday strips, editorial cartoons, graphic novels, magazine cartoons and sports cartoons. The collection includes 450,000 original cartoons, 36,000 books, 51,000 serial titles and 3,000 feet of manuscript materials, plus 2.5 million comic strip clippings and tear sheets. History. The Cartoon Library began in 1977 when the Milton Caniff collection was donated to Ohio State and delivered to the School of Journalism, which was headed by Lucy Shelton Caswell, who became the Milton Caniff Reading Room first curator. Interviewed by Matt Tauber, Caswell detailed the museum's origins and how she became involved. From 2 classrooms off the back hallway of the Journalism Building in 1977, the collection expanded to 3 classrooms and became part of the university libraries. By 1989, the 3 classrooms were filled, and the library moved into a larger space, eventually requiring the use of off-site storage as the collection continued to expand. In 1992, United Media donated the Robert Roy Metz collection of 83,034 original cartoons by 113 cartoonists. In 1998, the San Francisco Academy of Comic Art collection was acquired from its director, Bill Blackbeard, giving the library the largest collection of newspaper comic strip tear sheets and clippings in the world. 6 semi-trailer trucks transported this collection from California to Ohio. In 2007, King Features Syndicate donated its proof sheet collection, consisting of over 2 million strips. In June 2008, the collection of the International Museum of Cartoon Art was transferred to the Cartoon Library in AMP Museum. Founded in 1973 by cartoonist Mort Walker, the IMCA collection includes a wide variety of original cartoon art, display figures, toys and collectibles, plus works on film and tape, CDs and DVDs. The 2009 exhibition From Yellow Kid to Conan, American Cartoons from the International Museum of Cartoon Art collection was held at the Cartoon Library and Museum from June to August. In September 2009, it was announced that the Ohio State University Board of Trustees approved a new name, Billy Ireland Cartoon Library and Museum, in recognition of a $7 million gift from an anonymous donor to support the renovation of Sullivan Hall. The museum was named in honor of William Addison Ireland, a self-taught cartoonist well known throughout Ohio as Billy Ireland. Former names: Milton Caniff Reading Room, 1977. Library for Communication and Graphic Arts. Cartoon, Graphic, and Photographic Arts Research Library. Cartoon Research Library, 1989. Cartoon Library and Museum, July 2009. Billy Ireland Cartoon Library in AMP Museum, September 2009. Collections and Archives. The Milton Caniff collection consists of 12,000 original artworks by Caniff, 85 boxes of memorabilia and more than 450 boxes of manuscript materials. fan letters and business records. As the museum's collection of original art and manuscripts evolved and expanded, it added the Nick Anderson collection, the Jim Borgman collection, the Eldon Dodini collection, the Edwina Dumm collection, the Woody Gelman collection of Winsor McCay cartoons, the Walt Kelly collection, the collection of Agent Tony Mendez, and the Bill Watterson collection. The Bud Blake collection includes more than 5,800 of the cartoon panels he drew for King Features Syndicate from 1954 to 1965, plus 10,000 Alien Sunday Tiger originals. Comic book collections include the Will Eisner collection. The J. Kennedy collection has more than 9,500 underground comic books. The museum's collection includes work by Anne Mergen, who was the only female editorial cartoonist in the United States for much of her career. Archival professional records include the Association of American Editorial Cartoonists, National Cartoonists Society, Newspaper Features Council and the Cartoonists Guild. A biographical registry of cartoonists contains files for more than 5,000 cartoonists and clipping files organized by cartoon-related subjects. Exhibitions. The library sponsors programs related to cartoon art by staging exhibitions, lending for exhibits elsewhere, and hosting speakers, seminars, workshops and conferences. Some physical exhibitions have been made available as digital exhibitions. The Festival of Cartoon Art has been held triennially since 1983. Featuring 2 days of lectures, panel discussions, exhibitions and receptions. It attracts cartoonists, comics scholars, fans, collectors and students. Leading cartoonists have spoken at the festival, including Linda Barry, Milton Caniff, Will Eisner, Jules Feiffer, Ben Cachaw, Patrick Oliphant, Jeff Smith, Art Spiegelman, Gary Trudeau and Bill Watterson. Curators and star. Caswell remained as curator from 1977 to 2010. She is author of several books on cartooning, including Illusions, Ethnicity in American Cartoon Art and Arnold Roth, Freelance. Jenny E. Robb became the museum's new curator on January 1, 2011, following the December 31, 2010, retirement of Caswell, who returned as curator of special projects in March 2011. Before arriving at Ohio State in 2005, Robb was curator of the Cartoon Art Museum in San Francisco for 5 years. She has master's degrees in history and museum studies from Syracuse University. Wendy Flug joined the staff as associate curator in December 2011. Visiting curator Caitlin McGurk, who started February 2012, manages the Billy Ireland Cartoon Library and AMP Museum blog. Other staffers include assistant curators Susan Liberator and Marilyn Scott. Books. In May 2010, the Ohio State University Press announced Studies in Comics and Cartoons, a series of books edited by Caswell and Jared Gardner, associate professor in the Department of English. Books published in this series will focus on comics and graphic literature, with monographs and edited collections covering the history of comics and cartoons from the editorial cartoon and early sequential comics of the 19th century through contemporary international comics and online comics. Expansion plans include the renovation of historic Sullivant Hall located on High Street adjacent to the Wexner Center for the Arts. This proposed facility will expand from its current 6,808 square feet to more than 40,000 square feet. When completed, it will feature a reading room for researchers, 3 museum-quality galleries and expanded storage space with state-of-the-art environmental and security controls. In May 2009, Jean Schultz, widow of Charles M. Schultz, made a donation of $1 million with a promise of a matching grant if more funds were raised. Her challenge was that she would provide an additional gift of $2.5 million if Ohio State raises the same amount from other sources to reach a $6 million total. Cartoonist Bill Keane and his family have answered the Schultz challenge with a $50,000 gift. The $20.6 million project will be completed in 2013, at which time Sullivan Hall will house both the Billy Ireland Cartoon Library and Museum and Ohio State's Department of Dance. A native of Chillicothe, Ohio, Billy Ireland was a self-taught cartoonist who was hired by the Columbus Dispatch shortly after his 1898 high school graduation. Until his death on May 29, 1935, Ireland worked in Columbus, Ohio for the Dispatch, drawing both editorial cartoons and his Sunday feature, The Passing Show. His work was exhibited by the museum in 2003. Awards. In 2011, Lucy Caswell was honored with the Silver T-Square Award from the National Cartoonists Society. Online gallery.